Welcome to another episode of Business Compass. Business Compass is the GPS for your business, and our work is to coach, support, and mentor young business entrepreneurs. And this week we are coming with a brand new episode and a brand new business that we want to feature. And today is a real pleasure to have in our studio Dzordzoe Skin Care. I hope I got that right. And with me to support are my experts. Petra Abba Samwa, marketing and sales consultant and also a writer. Welcome, Petra.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think Jennifer is going to need a lot of marketing support. And it's also my privilege to have Frank Abe, who is a manager, deal advisory service at KPMG, and our in-house finance guru. Welcome, Frank.
Thank you, Charlotte.
So today we have Dzordzoe Skin Care, and it's founded by Jennifer Aforla. And we have Jennifer in the studio with us, and we'll take a quick break, and when we come back we get to go in depth and understand a little bit about Jennifer's business and how she started.
Hello, my name is Aforla Jennifer Ewoenam. I am the CEO of Dzordzoe Skin Care. I have been doing this business for the past 2 years. Dzordzoe Skin Care is about organic skincare products. We have the African black soap, we have the shea butter, and we have the shea body oil. It was actually becoming alarming with the increase of skin bleaching, so I decided to go into producing organic skincare products that are effective but affordable. The road in this journey hasn't been smooth. I faced financial challenges. I face challenges with my production facility. I have a very small space, so when there is a higher demand, storing them becomes a challenge. And also skilled labor is also a challenge. Machineries, equipment to produce in larger quantities, and also visibility of the products, that is marketing and sales strategies, is also a bit of challenge. I need financial support, I need mentorship and guidance, and I need support and visibility and marketing. With the experts on the panel, I know I'm going to learn a lot, because there is a sales expert, there is a finance expert, and the host herself is a legal expert. So I'm expecting to learn so many things across these fields.
Welcome back from the break, viewers, and today, like I said earlier, we have Dzordzoe Skin Care with us on Business Compass. So Jennifer, tell us, how did you come up on this idea? How did you start?
Okay, so Dzordzoe Skin Care is an organic skincare brand. The name Dzordzoe means perfect, which is a local name in one of our Ghanaian local dialects, that is Ewe. Okay. So this whole idea started in 2017 when I was about to complete my national service. So
where were you doing your service?
Sorry?
Where did you do your
Youth
service?
Employment Agency,
Okay.
1 year.
Oh, okay.
So having a conversation with my colleagues, we were all thinking about what to do after national service. Yes, we didn't want to join the Graduate Student Unemployment Association, so we were all trying to get something to do for ourselves. So I identified one problem, which was the increase in skin bleaching. So I wanted to join hands against the campaign on skin bleaching.
Okay.
So I looked around and I looked at myself. I do get compliments about my black skin.
Okay.
So I was like, so why don't I do something that is me? That is me representing the brand or the business.
Okay.
That is why I went into organic skincare production.
That's lovely. So you did this for two good reasons: to solve a problem you had noticed in society,
Yeah.
and also to create employment for yourself and hopefully other people. That's brilliant. And so you started this in 2017.
Yes, please.
What's your vision for Dzordzoe Skin Care?
Well, I want to see Dzordzoe Skin Care to be one of the top mentioned skincare brands in Africa and beyond. Yeah.
Africa and beyond.
Yes, please.
One of the top skincare brands. And when you say this is your goal, within what period are you looking at doing that?
Within the next 5 years.
In the next 5 years. So
Yeah.
5 years, Dzordzoe is going to be top
Mentioned skincare brand.
Well, I don't know about top mentioned. How about top sold? Do you just want to be mentioned or you want to be sold?
Mention will increase sales, when I'm being
Not
heard.
necessarily.
Okay.
Maybe mentioned for bad.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Frank and Petra, you've heard Jennifer's vision. What do you think? And I forgot, we have
products.
Some of her products here, beautifully put together, beautifully packaged. And so this is all chemical free?
Yes, please.
Absolutely no chemicals
Yes,
at all,
please.
even in the soap?
Yes, please.
Wow, okay.
Let me see the tea tree.
This one.
Unfortunately, because of mask and shields, we can't.
Yeah, I'm sure
Try
the
the
scientists are
frequency.
saying everything is a chemical now. so why you say no chemical? But
Well, I like the
I
shell.
guess the thinking is that not too much processed or natural sources.
Natural sources.
How do you source your input?
Okay, so I get the raw materials from the north. It is basically shea butter.
Shea based, okay.
Yeah, shea base and African black soap.
Okay.
Okay, so that's your product range is based on shea?
Yes, currently, yes.
Okay, no, that's fine. An African black soap, okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, great. So tell us how you started. Did you encounter financing difficulties? How did you manage to even know how to do these products and things like that?
Yeah, one of the first challenge I encountered was financial challenge
To
What
start.
is that?
to start.
Okay.
And after that, social media challenge, because this is actually a new packaging. I had an old packaging, but I got a social media.
But let's
bully.
go back to, let's take them one at a time. So we're
Okay.
talking about your startup.
Yeah.
What was the challenge and how did you solve it and what can we do to make it better?
So the first challenge, as I said, is financial challenge.
So how did you find the money to start up?
I started with my national service allowance.
Oh,
Yeah, that is it's a small business. So
okay.
I just bought some 2 buckets of shea butter from the north,
Okay.
and I started the mixing in my room.
Okay.
That's how I started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it didn't cost you a lot to start?
No, it didn't cost me a lot to start.
But as you now started, you now had to start thinking about the packaging, the labeling. So
The branding,
what was that journey like? Yes.
it was really a tough one. Very, very tough. Looking at the market, there are always competitors coming in or new enterprises coming in this line of operational industry. So
Okay.
you always have to think about branding, packaging to stand out. So it was really, really difficult.
Would you say it's a congested market? Are there a lot of people doing the same thing?
Yes, it is.
So how is yours different?
I think what makes mine unique is one, I deliver quality, effective and affordable organic skincare products.
Okay.
Yes, that's what makes mine unique. And I think my packaging also, the eco-friendly.
distinctive.
Yeah,
Is it eco-friendly?
yeah. You can reuse it.
Oh, how does that work? Your
Okay,
people
so-
who buy bring it back or what?
Yeah, there is a package for refill, and
Oh,
also you can use the butter or even the body oil as a decorative piece. Yeah, the one with the bamboo lid.
Mm-hmm.
After use, you can put your makeup brushes or your pencils in it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you've tried to find other uses for
Yes.
the, okay.
Yes.
So you're upcycling?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Okay.
I think Petra would have a lot to say. I
Very
heard you.
interesting. But you also mentioned, so you said 2 very interesting things that just piqued my interest. you said packaging and branding so that you can stand out.
Yeah.
And then you also mentioned that you had a social media problem. But I want to go back to packaging and branding.
And then we'll deal with the social media.
Yes.
Okay.
Because in you talking about it, I actually wanted you to clarify when you say packaging and branding to stand out. Are you just referring to how nice it looks, or is there something else?
With the packaging and branding, I think it comes in two different ways. Yes. The brand itself. The brand entails the packaging and the effectiveness to the customer. Yes. So
Absolutely. That's the point I wanted you to mention, because I think that for it tends to be quite like we try to put the cart before the horse. We're thinking of how nice it will look, how presentable it will look, without first thinking of how effective as a product to be. So I was very excited that you mentioned effectiveness, because without that product benefit, how nice you package it really doesn't sell the product. Because if they like it, it's attractive, and they try it and it doesn't solve their problem, then there's a problem. Okay, so it's important that when you're thinking about the brand, you're thinking of the solution it provides, but also how you've packaged it. So that clarification is good. And then I'll come back to the social media problem. But
What do you
it's
think about the
interesting.
name, though?
Um,
I'm trying to tie this to her vision of being a global brand, going Africa and beyond in the next 5 years. What do you think of the name?
the name is very interesting. I like the fact that she chose a name that is
indigenous name.
yes, an indigenous name. So it's an authentic African product. My only challenge would be on how easy it will be for non-Ghanaians to pronounce and to remember.
Okay,
That's
so
the
wait,
thing.
Petra, how would you, let's do a little test. How would you pronounce it? Looking at it.
Dzordzoe. Is that correct?
yes.
Okay, how would you pronounce it, Frank? Looking at it.
Jojo.
Have you had challenges with clients or customers
Yes, I
asking you how to
have.
pronounce it?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so there's two options. Or not two, several options. You can decide to change it to a brand name that is more globally, I don't want to say appealing, but just easier to, just makes the brand a bit more open. But it's a challenge because you're also selling a story about Africa and authenticity. So if you decide to do a marketing thing and stick to it and carry out that story, then it may be to use that, and Petra can help here, use that as a branding tool in itself and a marketing tool. So then it becomes like you write it the way it, and then also write it the way it is pronounced, so
Yes.
that you get consistency in the pronunciation, but you're still carrying the authentic African look and feel into the brand name itself and the pronunciation.
Yeah. So instead of just thinking about changing it, which I wouldn't advise, you can actually decide to just put the name as it is pronounced under here
Okay.
in inverted commas.
As part of the brand.
As part
yeah.
of the brand.
Okay.
So just the pronunciation as part of the brand here. That will also make it easy. But I like the story of the name, which is what you can capitalize on. The perfect fact that African skin is beautiful, is perfect as is. There's no need to add anything to it. So you can just use the natural products and maintain the natural look. So that for me is the thing. So just, you can add just the name as it's pronounced in inverted commas. And everywhere you mention the brand, add that as well.
Yes.
And I know people who have names that starts with DZ, and because they do a lot of global work, they consistently just
Add the pronunciation.
pronunciation to it. So it's a fine way of going about it. Yeah.
Okay.
But then it also brings in the issue about when you're naming a business, you may have a really nice name, really good idea, but you also have to think in terms of the vision, where you want to take the brand to, and how that name can carry you, and make sure that it's not a liability to the business growth, And I think it could easily happen in your case if you don't decide to retool it and use it appropriately. I think that's all we're saying. We like the name, but we're just saying that for that name to carry to where you're going to, you may have to do a bit of work on the branding aspect.
Branding, yeah.
Okay. So for now, let's see your range. So we know it's shea butter and African soap base. So for the shea butter, you have the lemon oil.
Yes.
Is that the only thing you have for the shea? Okay. And you have shea oil.
Yes.
How is that different? So this is cream and this is oil.
Body oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then these 3 are bath gels. Interesting. So you have an African black soap that is tea tree,
Yes.
one that is noni, and then one
You
that
take
is
the cork out.
and one that is aloe vera. So
Yes,
how did you decide on these 3? Is it based on market research or just based on your own inspiration? What you wanted
Based
to do?
on market research.
The market told you they wanted a noni black soap.
Yeah, most customers, with the research I did, I
Okay.
realized that most customers they want it scented, but most customers have also, I made research on essential oils, what it does to their skin.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked, there is actually another one, that's turmeric. So I picked
Okay.
the most ones that customers do prefer.
Is
So
it
that
the ones in terms of the ones that solve the challenges that?
the one that solved their challenge?
Okay.
Yes. So this
So it's
are
not
all
as if a
natural.
customer said, "I want the noni black soap," but based on the challenge that the customers have, you decided that I'm going to do a noni black soap because the noni would address that problem.
It is their customer need. It is their need.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is their need. So I chose this ones to solve their needs or their wants.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I think it's instructive to know that you said you did research, because typically people decide that they have a problem or they've noticed a problem and they just assume that the market will want it. But that process of actually researching and establishing that there's a real need is very
yes.
critical. And I
That's
think
very good.
Very, very good. And what and Charlotte was trying to establish was, is it the problem, you're trying to solve a problem with a particular product, or it's actually a direct request for a specific ingredient? But whichever way, it's good that you're researching and you're sure, because you don't want to
customer led.
Exactly, it's customer led. You don't want to put a product in the market and now start looking for customers for it, but you've actually been able to identify that this is a problem, this is the solution, and these are the people I can sell to. So that's really excellent.
And we should say, and even for those young entrepreneurs who are watching back home, it's important that you do what Jennifer has done. The product should be what the market wants. It's very difficult selling when you are doing what you want to do and trying to force the market to do it. And like Frank always reminds us, business is to make money. So the easier thing is to find out what do my customers want, and then you build your product to fill that need, to respond to that.
Absolutely.
Rather than creating the product and hoping that customers would buy it.
And then getting frustrated when they don't buy.
Yes.
Because then it's like, oh, they don't understand my business, they don't know the value of it. But it's not really that they don't know the value, it's that you haven't actually gone to the point of their need. You haven't addressed something that is a problem for them.
I think we saw
So
that
that's
in the first season.
Yeah, that's a very important thing, that you go and solve a problem. You don't just decide that, oh, this is something I dreamt in the middle of the night and I got inspiration to do it. But then research should also be consistent, because customer tastes and preferences evolve.
Okay.
So
That's a good
if
point,
you
yeah.
had at the beginning of the business, everybody was asking for tea tree or noni, you should also keep up with trends, because there might be new there might be innovations coming up in the market,
Or new demands
from customers, maybe different sizes,
Okay.
different packaging, things like that. So keep up with the trends as well, so that you can innovate.
Okay, we need to go on a quick break. And when we come back, we would now look at the legal and the financial issues. But if you're watching from home and you think you're in Jennifer's situation, you have a great business idea or a product and you want to be on the show, or you want us to help you with a specific question, don't forget to send us a 1-minute video to 026-300-5055. Send it via WhatsApp and we'll be very happy to respond to you. So we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue the conversation with Jennifer.
Immediately the product was actually introduced to me, I wanted to get on it, and that was the Gold Check account. Guys, this has actually changed my business. So on the First National Bank app, you have the business toolkits that gives you all the information that you need to run your business, and whatever inquiries you have, they're always ready to answer. And that makes life very easy for me. And you have the in contacts that helps you access every transaction that takes place or happens. Now, point of sales terminal. I market wherever I go, and so I love to have that so I can take payment, especially with those who tell me I do not have cash. A bank that understands that you can start life all over again or start a business from scratch. Very keen on running it and making sure that you grow to the core. It's one you should look out for. My name is Jifa Bekwe-Gray, the CEO of Jifa Gray Creations. I recommend that you sign up to the Go Check account from First National Bank for a great banking experience.
Whatever the occasion, with ATL, you can never be out of style. ATL, bringing fabric to life.